Number 16, we need to write a division number model with a letter for the unknown. Then draw a picture to solve the problem. Write a multiplication number sentence to show how you checked your answer. Alright, so we have Andrew has 2/3 liters of juice. He wants to pour it into 6 smaller containers, putting the same amount in each container. How much juice should he put in each container? Okay, so he has, let's draw a picture of this first here. So here's his container. Just going to use a basic rectangle. I'm going to split it into thirds so I can kind of see where I'm at with my thirds. And now I'm going to color in what 2/3 would look like here. So there you go. That's we're at 2/3. So this would be 1/3. And now we're at 2/3. Now we need to split this into 6 smaller containers. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this picture and split it into 6 equal parts. Okay. Now what you can see here is we went from 2/3, but now I created a new fraction. And my new fraction would be, if I counted, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 12/18 is my new fraction. And I got that number because there are 12 that are shaded in orange out of a total of 18 boxes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 12/18, and I'm going to divide that by 6. So I'm going to look at my 12, and I can split up my 6 into 12 divided by 6 gives me 2/18. So each person would get 2/18 liters. So my division number model, I would write, I took 2/3 divided by 6 equals, we use C for how much juice is in the container. Alright, and then for our check, let's put this back in. If I have 2/18 and I have 6 of them, I can multiply. Does that equal the 2/3 that I need? So we can multiply straight across. We get 12/18, and I showed with my picture that 12/18 is the same as 2/3, and since that matches the original number in the question, I know that I am correct. And for number 17, same directions. We need to write a number model with a letter for the unknown. We need to draw a picture, and we need to check it using multiplication. Now here's a little bit different question. We have a chef has 4 pounds of shredded cheese. If she divides the cheese into containers holding 1/8 pound each, how many containers will she use? So let's first draw my cheese. Cheese sometimes comes in those cheese wheels or the big circles. And circles are pretty easy to divvy up. So there's my first part. Now I'm going to mark the center. That will help as I cut them into eighths. And you can see if you look at my circles, I split them into eighths. I cut them up into, each circle is 8/8. So there's 8/8 here, 8/8 here, and 8/8 here. I could count them up and number them, or I could just add my 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, and I get that there are 32 pieces. Alright, so that'll be my answer. I split it into 32 pieces. Now my division problem on this one is actually going to be my whole number first, divided by my fraction equals C for cheese. And my check, I am going to take my 32, times it by 1/8. There's 2 ways to do this one. I could do 32 divided by 8, which equals 4, times 1. That gives me 4. Or I can multiply straight across and do 32 over 1 times 1/8. Going straight across, we get 32/8, which I can divide, and that also equals 4. So since my check matches my original problem, I know that my work is good to go. I hope this helped.